and gentlemen, I got something unique for you today, very unique, and it would have to be unique for me to make this video. I've got a signature model with Sir, and although I sometimes play like vintage guitars and other instruments, I don't make a lot of videos, like demo videos for other guitars, because I got a signature model. So for me to make a video of an electric guitar, it would have to be really different, and indeed, this one is. You heard it on all the guitar parts in that track at the beginning of the video. Now, even the synth sounds, the acoustic sounds, everything is coming out of this guitar. What the deal is with this is, number one, it's all composite. It's hollow, okay? So it's like, basically they call it a hybrid acoustic electric. Has a neck that plays like an electric guitar. It's quite wide though, I find, quite wide and rather flat, but it's super comfortable to play with super low action. And the guitar has fairly light gauge electric strings on it. And as you can see, it's got a pair of Fishman Fluence humbuckers here. So what have we got here as far as the sounds and everything goes? Well, you got those Fishman Fluence humbuckers. You can switch between them, neck, middle, bridge, all that good stuff right here. But this is a Graphtec, a Ghost piezo bridge. So 6 individual piezo pickups essentially, and that's how I was getting some of those acoustic sounds on the song at the beginning of the video. But that's not the only thing you can do with this bridge, the acoustic sounds. You can also use this 13-pin output right here to go out to a Roland synth module. So all the synth sounds that you heard on that song at the beginning of the video were coming out of this guitar essentially as well. I was triggering a Roland SY1000 synth module with this guitar via that Graphtec Ghost piezo bridge. Now you can blend the Fishmans with the piezo as well, and I got some great tones doing that. When the song kind of opens up and goes into the, I guess what you would consider the chorus or the first solo, I got a really, really nice sound. One of my favorite sounds I got on the track at the beginning by blending the Fishmans actually with the piezo. I love sounds like that because I'm a big like Alex Lifeson fan, and he does things like that sometimes, and it just lends a really cool articulation to chords, arpeggios, single notes, everything pretty much when you blend, you know, the electric pickups with the piezo style pickups. So it's fun. That sounds really great coming out of this guitar. So that's all controlled by this little mini toggle right here. You can get either the piezo pickup, the piezo and the Fishmans blended, or just the Fishmans by flipping this switch right here. And then you've got individual control over the volumes of the humbuckers as well as the acoustic pickup, as well as a tone control for the Fishmans. You also get a volume control for the 13-pin synth output. So essentially you've got volume for the piezo, volume for the synth, and volume for the standard electric magnetic humbuckers. And not only that, if you've got Fishman Fluence in your guitar, you've tried them before, you might know that they usually give you a couple options on pull switches. So we got that right here. We can pull up these switches right here and get both a kind of vintage humbucker or more hot humbucker sound, and also single coil and humbucker sounds by pulling this one up and down. Last but not least, there's a tone control there for the Fishmans. So Emerald got its start around 20 years ago, or a little bit more actually, 99. There was a fellow named Alistair that started the company, and he was actually working in St. Louis making racing boats out of composite material. That's where he got the idea to build guitars out of composites. So the company was active for a number of years, about 10 years, then they had a little hiatus, and they started building again after a little while. I encourage you to go down and click the link in the video description below and check out their website, because it's really beautiful. They've got a ton of different models. They've got acoustics, they've got baritones, there's all kinds of stuff on there, and they're really beautiful looking with some crazy cool colors for the tops. So this guitar, since I've had it here, has been the same way. Like the neck has not moved. I pick it up, you know, today. It's perfectly in tune from yesterday when I was working on the video. So I just think composites in general, I mean, also my you know, experience with Steinbergers and stuff like that has been similar. That kind of stability is one of the really cool advantages. Anytime you're dealing with wood, whether it's roasted or whatever, it's still going to move a little bit, you know. Composites, they just seem like really solid when it comes to the day-to-day and weather changes, humidity, and all that kind of stuff. So one little disclaimer I will say, this is basically a hollow instrument, and it will, if you pile on the distortion or play loud through an electric amp, feed back. They kind of tend to howl, much like an old Gibson. I guess the old like 295s and stuff like that would do a similar thing. So it's not a guitar to maybe crank through your Marshall 50 watt on 10 or something like that. But what it is a really, really interesting sounding instrument. I mean, you heard compositionally, I think, on that song that I was able to get a ton of different tones, a ton of different flavors. You know, between the synth stuff, the piezo, the electric pickups, blending the two together, it's just like you can get sounds out of this guitar that you can't really get out of other guitars. So it's a really, really fun and high quality creative tool that just seems to be really, really well made. So I want to solo some of those parts from the track at the beginning of the video outside of the mix. I'll tell you on screen what I was doing as far as pickup combinations and how I was getting the sounds if I'm using blended, pickups and stuff like that. And let's just check out some of those tones. And there you have it. Thanks for watching my video on the Virtuo guitar from Emerald Guitars, coming to you all the way from Ireland. This is a really, really fun instrument. I like it when people do things different. I mean, there was a ton of R&D, obviously, that went into building this guitar. It's forward-thinking, it's outside of the box. You know, if you're a player that wants a traditional Les Paul Strat or Tele or something, this might not be for you, but if you're somebody that likes to explore like different sounds, this is one you should really check out. I'm really impressed with the craftsmanship, and I had a lot of fun coming up with that track at the beginning of the video. Check it out further again at the website down there in the link in the video description below. All the info there about Emerald guitars, this model as well as all the other ones. Please hit subscribe if you haven't. Hit the little bell beside the subscribe. You'll get an alert when I put out a new video. Thanks again to the guys at Emerald for letting me check this out. If I'm ever over there in Ireland, we should get together. I'll swing by and see you guys. It's a really, really cool guitar, and I'm a big Ireland fan. I love it over there. See you soon. I'm Pete Thorn. Take care. Over and out.